Get this sugar daddy off my back.
Okay, but it's the last time.
In a town overflowing with chaos, corruption, and characters each more absurd than the last, Lenny Leonard stands quietly at the edge of Springfield's spotlight, a background blur with the soul of a main character. He's never the loudest in a room or the smartest in a plant, but he's the kind of guy you root for. And that's what makes Lenny Leonard impossible to hate. When I first got into The Simpsons, I was hooked by the usual suspects. Mr. Burns with his skeleton frame and tyrannical delusions. Bart with his anarchic energy. But as the years and box sets piled up, I found myself gravitating toward the background. That's where the magic happens. That's where Lenny lives. And once you start watching him, not just seeing him, you begin to understand. Lenny Leonard is one of the most quietly brilliant characters in television history. Lenny's first appearance in Season 1's Life on the Fast Lane isn't particularly memorable. He's just one of the guys cheering Homer on. But that's the thing about Lenny, he's always there. Always cheering, always supportive. He's Springfield's emotional middleman, constantly on the receiving end of bizarre punishments or tossed into situations beyond his understanding, yet never bitter, never cruel. He absorbs the absurdity of the world around him with a kind of weary grace. And sometimes he gets insulted just for existing, like in Hurricane Nettie, when Ned snaps, "I don't even know you, but I'm sure you're a jerk." And poor Lenny replies, "Hey, I've only been here a few minutes. What's going on?" That's Lenny, wandering into the chaos just late enough to be punished, but too polite to fight back. You feel that. Who among us hasn't walked into a room and somehow ended up the bad guy? Lenny is also one of The Simpsons' most relatable sad sacks. In Reality Bites, when Marge finds him living shirtless and can-bound in a condemned house, he doesn't panic. He just asks, with genuine embarrassment, "Please don't tell anyone how I live." It's one of those lines that's so absurd it loops back around to being deeply human. It's not about homelessness or poverty. It's about being caught in your lowest moment and hoping, just for once, the world looks the other way. But Lenny's not just a Springfield punching bag. He's got wit, timing, and a subtle awareness of how messed up everyone around him really is. In Homer to the Max, when Homer starts acting like a TV caricature of himself, Lenny warns the break room, "Get ready, everybody." He's about to do something stupid, and wouldn't you know it, Homer's cooking fondue on a nuclear control panel. Lenny knows the score. He's also strangely resilient. Putting in the eye, still standing. Punched in the back of the head. Just another Tuesday. He's a blue-collar Buddhist, finding peace not in the absence of suffering, but in accepting that, in Springfield, suffering is inevitable. And still, he shows up to work. He drinks with Homer. He smiles sometimes. Lenny doesn't need a character arc, he is the arc. But no essay on Lenny is complete without Carl. Lenny and Carl's bromance is the most fascinating non-romance in the show's history. They're inseparable, frequently mistaken for a couple, and rarely seen without each other. The show has a blast playing with the ambiguity. Remember when we used to kiss like that, Carl? With our respective girlfriends? But beneath the jokes lies something deeper. A real bond. Lenny worships Carl. He's sculpted mountains in his likeness. He's printed his own newspaper just to say the truth about Carl. He's great. Lenny's heaven? 100 Carls telling him he's late for work. Is it love? Is it codependence? Is it a joke that got wildly out of hand? Probably. But it also feels real, because at its heart, it's about a guy who sees something beautiful in someone else and keeps showing up, hoping that person notices. That's not just a punchline. That's poetic. Lenny Leonard isn't trying to be the star. He's not looking for recognition. He just wants to live quietly, drink with his friends, and maybe get through one day without a flaming tire landing on his head.